Devils Network. Tonight we're broadcasting live from Swain Memorial Stadium, Boyd Steeds Field. I've got two amazing Hall of Fame.
Be careful, Joe.
Okay. No, I thought I was going to get to be broadcasting next to one Hall of Fame Maroon Devil coach, but no, I'm getting to broadcast next to two Hall of Fame Maroon Devil coaches. To my right, I've got Coach Rod White, and to his right, we got Coach Billy Jenkins.
Yeah, now Bill, I had to capture him. See, he told me last night on the phone, he said, I'm not going to do this because I necessarily want to do it, but he said, I'm going to do it because you asked me to come up here and help you do it. So all three of us here, we're going to get this done tonight. But, yeah, it's great to be here, Joe.
We've been friends for over 40 years, so you got to try to help each other out.
Yeah, when we get in a bind every now and then, yeah.
All right, so our Maroon Devils have a tough challenge tonight. They're facing a very dynamic offense. This team likes to pass a lot. As a matter of fact, they have more passing yards than they have rushing yards.
Certainly, yeah. They're set up, Joe. Their offense is you're going to see receivers spread all over the field. They like to run a trip wide out. That's three wide outs to one side and one to the other. They use motion. They use and they'll move those receivers around. The quarterback throws the ball on time, which means you're going to see him take two steps, and he's throwing that football. Very few sacks occur with them because he's not a scrambler. He's not back there running around. He's a big, tall, young man, and he can fling that thing. So the air's going to be full of footballs tonight.
Yeah. Ty Sigler is the quarterback, and he's 6'1". He weighs 185 pounds, so he's a big young man. Amazingly, he's got 2,159 passing yards, completion yards in just 10 games. So that's that's averaging over 200 yards a game. He has 20 touchdowns.
Yeah. All you have to do is look at scores of some of the games they've been in. They play good defense. They're solid on defense, but what they're depending on, it doesn't bother them to throw three incompletions because the very next series they're going to get that football. They're looking for that one shot, that 10-yard shot, that 20-yard shot, and then the big shot. So it's just they're going to mix it up all over the field.
And when you look at them up front, they're not huge, but like Coach White said, if you're throwing on time and 1-2 step and then throw, then all you need to do is get in front of those folks for just a second. And not only do they have the one quarterback, they bring in another one. I'm not sure his number, but he can throw the ball as well, but he's kind of in the wildcat where he can run or throw.
I believe that's their athlete, Tyler Johnson.
Yeah. I think that's right.
Yeah, he's a senior. He's 5'11", 170, and he has 11 rushing touchdowns for the season.
They got a lot of very tall, lean kids out here playing. That's the community school of Davidson. They're the Spartans. Instead of saying community school for Davidson every time, I'm just going to call them the Spartans all night long. So that's what you're going to see from the Spartans. And tonight, folks, we're going to be pretty limited, we still think, on some of our injuries. We'll try to update you as we see what happens as the game gets started here because I think it was just going to be a minute-to-minute thing with Coach Holt and his staff and these players about who was going to be able to make it onto the field tonight and be in good enough shape to get out there and try to go at least 80-90% because they're not going to be 100%. You don't get 100% from some of these injuries they've got.
And I'd also say that I haven't seen their really good practices this week, but most of the time when you're playing a team like this, if you can run the football and keep it out of their hands and just keep pounding, then that becomes frustrating for them not getting their hands on the football.
Yeah, they start making mistakes then. They start overplaying. I was guilty of overcoaching when we got in that type of situation. Anytime you played Rosman back in the day when Jim Fox was running that offense, you would look up at that clock and you may get the ball one time, two times if you were lucky, a quarter. Because the man got the football, he picked up those 3 yards and then 4 yards a carry, and here he came, and he just didn't get to play with the football much on offense. So you make mistakes as a coach, trying to overcoach your kids and trying to make things happen when the best thing for you to do is just be patient and hope they shoot themselves in the foot somewhere along.
Let's talk about the defensive side of the ball because they've got some really outstanding linebackers. which might give us some trouble because we sometimes struggle getting into that secondary.
Yeah, to that second level. Yeah,
second level.
One of the things they do a lot of, they've got one linebacker that is he is a blitzing little machine. And when I say little, I'm not talking about he's not a great big guy. But now he can play downhill, and he likes to come from behind from that level too, up into the line of scrimmage on the snap. They play a four-man front up there. From what I've noticed, they may change it tonight, but they do a whole lot of stuff with him just to create more people at the line of scrimmage, and then they depend on that other linebacker to literally run you down. It's a whole lot like what we saw from Murphy's defensive scheme, and that's pretty much, I think, what we're going to see tonight.
And I think, too, as far as from Swain's standpoint, and I even talked to Coach Holt a little bit this week, between the tackles is going to be big for us, and may come down to some combination blocks, or we call them combo blocks, where the guard's going to try to reach the defensive lineman. The tackle's going to come down and punch him and get off on that linebacker, and that's going to be of utmost importance tonight that we can successfully do the combo.
That's the only way you can ever get that second level blocked, if you're not just one-on-one base blocking it. And Coach Jenkins was a master at that. He could teach young men how to use their hands and where to place their face masks, their helmets, their first step, and all that was so important. And getting them to do that maneuver right there, those combo blocks, is what makes your offensive line move.
So we've got our captains coming out onto the field, and it looks like, let's see, number 16.
That'd be Cody.
Yep. And number 55. Skaggs, yep. And number 6 is Gillespie. And number 53 is
Trenton Jones.
So
yep.
It's 5. Good to see all those gentlemen in pads.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is. We'll see if they're able to go. I'm sure they've already determined it. They've got Drew's ankle there really braced up, and I know that for the most part Zeke's hip is what's really been a problem for him. So we'll see tonight whether or not he's that this thing's going to go. If not, it's next man up syndrome right now. We're just going to we got to start throwing people in there and get this ball. And I'm like Coach Jenkins. You get against a team like this right here, and Coach Jenkins can tell you, when we'd hit the playoffs, it's do or die time. And we'd start every practice every week, said, look, we don't want it to end yet. And so we would like to have another chance at some of these people that we've already played, and especially at Murphy, but you can't look that far ahead. You got to take care of this bunch right here tonight. Now, we got our hands full. I can tell you that. We really do. This is going to be a battle royal, because these guys, they've played some great competition in their schedule down there in that Catawba Shores Conference that they're in, and there's some big schools, and they've competed with them. So they've seen some very good football teams.
And actually, Franklin tonight plays a Forest Hills team, and they're both 5A, of course. And this team, the Spartans, lost to them by 11 points.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they were in the ball game the whole way. So.
Yep. And I'm not really sure if that's how that school was developed down there or anything about that. Some folks, I'm sure, here in the community know way more about it than I do. I really actually had never heard of them until just this year, basically. And so I don't really know how this program came about, but they're playing and they're in it, and they're going to bring everything they've got here to the mountains tonight. Of course, they've never played here at Swain County, so I think the biggest thing is we're going to have to out-physical these people. And, you can say that, but to do it's a whole other thing. You can say it and even mean it in your heart, but you've got to really start knocking people around to get their attention. It looks like we're going to be receiving the kick. So we'll take off. And tonight, folks, we are starting a little early. It's a 7 a.m. start. So if you know anybody that's thinking it's going to be 7:30, you better get them on your phone and call them up, tell them to get their computers on and get this thing pulled up.
Yes, sir. We're about to kick this off. And tonight, we're able to be live thanks to the Maroon Devil Athletics Department. Scotty McMahon and his staff, they do an amazing job. And look at that field. That little, and I did a little video earlier this week of the little robot that paints that field, and posted that up on social media. And I was amazed at how many people really got a kick out of that.
I'm telling you, I don't know where they didn't have that thing when me and you was out there lining that sucker off until I could get it. I got lazy. I told Coach Jenkins back in the day, I told him, I said, I'm going to find me a crew of guys here in the county that want to do this, because it really became a burden after a while of trying to keep everything going and keep it painted and keep it for year all during the season. And I found out from a lot of folks too why this grass is still green. Okay, they overseeded it. Something I always wanted to do, and they overseeded it with I think it's rye.
Yeah.
And it's exactly what you're supposed to do if you want to keep a green field here in cold weather. Because normally, folks, this field would be brown right now, just as brown as it could be.
That's usually playoff fields are brown.
Yeah, yes. They're always brown. They're Bermuda grass. It goes dormant, and that's the end of it. So. But
first frost ends the green.
Yeah, the green's over with the first frost, and I was kind of surprised to see it 2 weeks ago. Still, when we played Murphy, and then I come to find out that they had overseeded it, which is something. Like I said, it's something I always really wanted to do, but I was too lazy to get it done, I think.
Well, the Maroon Devils are ready to run through, and we're about ready to get this thing started. I want to mention, though, that the reason why kind of shouted out to Scotty and his crew is that they also are basically paying for tonight's broadcast.
Oh, yeah.
It was $500 to the North Carolina Athletic Association.
Yeah, and he's going to step up, and every time, it's one of those things that it's representative of this school and the school system. So, you have to scramble around and get that kind of money, then that's what you do.
And folks that are home watching this, if they see Scotty and Jeff and these guys, they need to thank them.
They really do, because it wouldn't be happening. I even had my questions about this week. I had to get in touch with Joe just to find out whether or not we was going to have a live broadcast or not. So.
It's all good. It's all good. Sorry.
All right, so we're going to receive, and as soon as the Spartans come out and line up to kick the kickoff.
Yeah. Looks like Stillwell and Sawyer will be back deep for us as usual, along with Evan Ball. And we've been up and down with our kicking game this year. Our return teams have done seemingly well. It's defending when we kick has been our bugaboo at times. So, but right here we'll be receiving. And
evidently they've got a good kicker because we're deep
on
the 2-yard line.
Yeah, this is Liam Carniero, and he can kick it, and he does a lot of
Yep. Evan Ball back there fielding it on about the 5, up to the 10, out to about the 13 or 14-yard line. Not hardly back to the 20 where he wanted to get, but got positive yardage out of it.
Yeah, that's one of those weapons you talked about, having a good kicker.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they made me look great, and I really did. I was always appreciative of when we had a young man who could put his toe into that thing and was confident to do it. Punters and kickers they're hard to come by. They really are.
All right, so it's 1st and 10 on the 14.
Ooh, double H backs this time, starting off. We could see a veer look right here of some kind. And right there it is, downhill, and Drew's keeping it, going out the backside. Picking up about 4 or 5, and then we're going to get a flag on the play. From back here behind, I don't know what this is going to be. Let's see what they say. Drew did a great job. He moving pretty good on that foot.
Yep.
Holding.
Actually brought a guy off the outside there.
Yeah, collided with our dive back, and they do that a lot. If you'll watch the edges. The edge players, you want to call them defensive ends, you call them outside linebackers, whatever you want to call them.
Looks like we're backed up to the 8-yard line now.
Yeah, they're going to come off that edge. They're coming upfield. They do not want anything to get to that corner. You'll see them coming hard. Now we are back to the backside. Zeke trying to find his way up in there.
Looks like
Gillespie he might have picked up a couple.
Yeah, he's up to the 11, so about 3 yards.
All right, so that's going to bring up second and about 13, I would say, right here. And this you can see their alignment out there with that 4-man front, and they do a lot with these linebackers and secondary players. They're not going to be too concerned much about Drew throwing the ball right now. H-back is into the boundary. Coming over the top, into the flat to Stillwell. Stillwell makes the catch.
Looks like he got up to about the 19.
Bring up third down and about 5 or 6.
That's manageable.
Yes, sir, it is.
Good protection there.
Yeah.
Drew was able to just stand there and find his man.
And move out of there.
Yes, sir.
He's coming out. Aiden Kirkland will replace him now. And we're going to run a bunch set over here. Covey said, I think is what we used to call it, with the 3 tight receivers into the boundary, 1 to the wide side of the field. Quick pass out here to Stevenson. Stevenson's going deep. Down
wide
here to
open.
Stillwell. It's a foot race, folks. Yeah.
Oh, he's got it.
He got it. Yeah, touchdown Maroon Devils. I don't see any flags.
No flags.
Nope.
So there we go.
There we go.
Now, you say, well, that was a trick play. Well, let me tell you what. There's no such thing in high school football in the playoffs. If you got to play, you better use it,
Yes,
and we
sir.
just did.
All right, so the Maroon Devils go up early, 6-0.
And we have to mention that Stevenson used to be a quarterback, and that's why he was able to hang that thing up like that upfield. John will now attempt to kick our extra point with Stillwell holding.
Good snap, good hold.
Kicks up, and it is good.
Yes.
All right.
On that one, the Spartans come up quick, stop that wide receiver screen, and
Right.
nobody honored that.
Nobody
Right.
honored the deep route.
Right.
Yeah, they wanted to make sure that he didn't get outside.
All right, so Maroon Devils are up 7-0. We're going to kick off, but first we're going to hear from some of our sponsors. We'll be right back. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are now about to kick off to the Spartans. It is 7-0, which is a great thing.
Yeah, 10 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Stevenson to kick off. Pooch kick out to about the 35, and fair catch 34. And fair catch called. Smart move by that young man. That's what you want him to do right there, not to be a hero. Now, if you're behind by 2 touchdowns, then you may want him to try to get up more yardage. But right there, he did the smart thing.
Some good snacks during tonight's second round.
And the one thing I want to say about this football, they're a well-coached football team. Their coaching staff they put these young men together, and like I say, I'm not real sure how they did it, but now they've got 2 backs back there with him, 1 in motion. Now he's going to swing it out, and you can see there everything's quick. Everything happens quickly. Yeah, he got on the edge of us out there. He went out of bounds. We missed a tackle earlier, and we got held over here too. Wide receiver did a pretty good job. No flag, but he did a good job of pulling our inside linebacker down. So you'll see right here how this whole thing unwinds right here.
2 back set.
Yeah, 2 back set again. Twins to the wide side. Going to try to run it up over the top. Good running play.
Oh.
22. That's the. He's folks. He's gone upfield and he's going to score. And then he's going to tell everybody to hush.
And that's that's the danger of this offense is they are fast striking.
Yeah, and these guys can run. There's no doubt about it. That's a junior, Nixon Willis, 5'9", 195 pounds.
And we had a couple hands on him, but he just ran right through him.
Yeah, we didn't do a good job of tackling him at all. They're getting in shape to tackle.
There was a little seam there. He took it and made one move, and he is on the edge.
Yeah, he was gone. The kicker up through all the way to the performance center.
Well, folks, there's 9 minutes, 59 seconds left. We are now knotted up at 7, and we'll be back when we receive the kickoff. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are about to kick off.
Gets a good deep kick down to about the 2-yard line. That'll be Sawyer coming back upfield. He about broke it out of there. They ganged up on us right there into the boundary. Get out to about the 15-yard line.
I think he caught that around the 2.
Yeah, he did.
So that was a 13-yard return.
It's a little hard to get it to come across the field like that, though. You know, it's one of those things, and different coaches have different rules about that. I always just wanted to get straight up field with it, and we kind of waited to see where it was kicked before we set up a return. But right there, we wanted to get that thing back to our sidelines. Now you're going to see them with the 2 outside linebacker look, walked up, inside zone, and there's those 2 edge players they've got, 11 and 2. They play hard off those edges, and they do not allow anything upfield. And they're coming. They're coming downhill on the snap.
That's number 11, Johnson.
Yeah, we got
and number 2 was Edmondson.
So we'll see them. They use a strength formation with their defense. They're going to wait to see how we line up before they determine where they're going to line up. And there they're making their move. We're going to run with double H backs now into the boundary. Drew going to take the snap, fake the handoff into the flat out here. And I believe that was Noah Lossy. It was Noah Lossy. Now Noah plays both an H back and a tight end position. So there's a great catch by Noah right there. He was out here, and that gives a we pick up a first down. 8:54 left to play in the first quarter.
If you look, the last couple of plays defensively, they got 8 players within about 3 yards of the football. So.
Yeah, they're walking up a bunch of them.
Yep.
And they're going ahead and just predetermine it.
They're selling out the run.
Oh, yeah. There's 4. You can see the 4 and those 2 outside linebackers. They're just going to play upfield. There's a good seam. Couldn't keep him blocked on the outside. We're going to have a good pickup on that one right there.
Looks like about 4 yards. 4 yards in a cloud of dust.
Oh, yeah. That's all you need. I mean,
sir.
In positive plays is what we're looking at right now. Yeah. Anything positive for us, just keep now. It's just like Coach Jenkins said earlier, let's keep the ball out of their hands for a while. But we got to move the ball. We've got to be able to move the football. All right, double H backs. 1 split.
We
did. Somebody jumped over there on the upper side.
I think both guards, jumped.
Yeah, may have. Yep. So that'll back us up, which we didn't need, but it is what it is right now. So that'll bring it back to 2nd and 10. 7:52 left to play in the first quarter. Ball on about just beyond the 28-yard line, almost to the 29. Drew in the pistol set. High snap, coming down the line of scrimmage from the outside edge. Yeah, they're getting upfield one step across the line of scrimmage, then playing up and down that line of scrimmage.
That tackle was made by Lawson Sherman. He's their top tackler. He averages 8.7 tackles per game.
Well, that shows you why right there.
And we ran basically a counter trap up there and pulled 2 linemen from the backside and tried to trap and run up through there. And
yeah,
didn't get there.
It didn't make it. Now we're going to spread them out just a little bit more. No tight end, got trips. They're going to come with 4. Lead one off the edge. Cody back to throw it out there to Stevenson. It looks like he's going to pick up about 5 on it.
They'll bring up 4th down.
4th down. Not a good situation to have to handle the football right here for not 4-down territory. So it's a punting situation.
Zeke Glaspie had a great block in there.
Oh, yeah, he did. That young man tried to change direction, and Zeke popped him real good.
And, I mean, he had to pick him up or he
would have been a sack.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good to see him back out there playing and getting back into it.
Aiden Kirkland's back to punt.
Good snap. Good punt, end over end. Fair catch. All right, down at about the 38-yard line of the Spartans, 30, maybe a little bit shorter than that, about the 37-yard line.
About where they started last time.
Yeah, about where they started the last time. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, we now we got to just be under control about what happened the very last series.
Right.
So now here we see that trip set. This is what they like to run. Trips out here to the wide side, one end of the boundary. Quarterback's going to take this snap. If he don't hand it off, he's going to get rid of it on time. And I mean on the snap, like that right there. Yeah, got to do a better job of closing and from the inside out on that. And that's what we're talking about. He's not going to hold that football a long time. There's not going to be a whole lot of razzle-dazzle. They're just going no huddle. And Trips now back out there to the wide side. They've got this package. They run it all year long. Basically the same play. And we miss him right there again. He's on the edge, and it's a foot race. Yep.
Well, that looked like a little bit of acting going on there.
It was. Coleman Green runs him out of bounds over there into the boundary. And, Coleman's just a freshman. He's out there in a foot race with these guys. So he's learning as he goes. All right, Trips out here to the wide side again. Single receiver into the boundary. Everything's timing routes. If he doesn't hand it off. Same play. Again, just keep running that. They're just running the screen out here underneath, and we're just not getting out here to get him tackled. It's just not happening. And
if you look at the Spartans' offensive line, their tackles are in the backfield, basically.
Yeah,
and they're up. They don't go down, so they're up where they can get their hands on you in a hurry.
Yeah, you can see there where they've got that outside foot drop, so they can get back in a hurry. Yeah, right here's where you have to kind of change your coverage up. Now he's going to pump fake, and go deep, and nobody there. Somebody blew an assignment for them. So that's the first non-positive yard play they've had.
First incompletion for Ty Sigler.
Yeah.
And I think he can't kind of throw that away because the guy there, the receiver was covered.
We walked up on them that time to kind of take some of that away because they weren't going to go away from it. They're going to run it again. And here we got Trips out to the wide side again. Single receiver into the boundary, pistol set. Over the top, going deep, down there, touchdown. Okay. Number 11.
Yeah, Tyler Johnson, that's their athlete. He's their lead receiver.
Yeah. 5'11", 170. And there again, they made it look awful easy. Yeah. Awful easy. Just there again, he's just throwing this ball on time. There's no. You say, well, why don't you get somebody to rush him? You can't rush that. Right there. That's out of the question. He's getting rid of it in 2 steps. He's not hanging on to it. He's either going to throw it away like he did, or he's going to hit a receiver with it. So there's not a whole lot of fancy stuff to be said about it. And the kick is up, and it is good. So 13-7 with 5:21 left in the first quarter.
We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks.
Kick deep into the end zone.
Okay.
Bring the ball back out, and we'll have our best field position starting back on this right here.
I agree.
Going in the end zone. Yeah. They just let that darn thing go on in there, and let's get the ball out at least to the 20. So that's where to bring it out to. And, folks, right now we're hanging behind 14-7, and we've got to find a way to get the ball upfield. We don't have to get it all at one time, but we do got to get some chunks of yards here and get these chains moving over there.
Yes, sir.
Not them sticks, them chains.
No sticks.
Just the chains. There we go. All right, here we go. H-back over here to our side, up inside zone. And, yeah.
The right guard trapped, had a great trap block, sealed that off, and there was the hole. So
there it was.
That's what we need right there.
Yeah.
So they gave Zeke about 5 yards.
Yep. Zeke picks up his 5. Coach Jenkins used to love to do that fold blocking up in those kind of schemes like that where it was going to take just a second for the ball to get there. Fold blocking meant that somebody was going to step around the top of another offensive lineman and actually replace him while we kick that lineman kick somebody out. And that was a lot of fun to watch be executed. I love to see fold blocks. Oh, man. So they're getting off them down blocks on the inside.
Yep.
We're getting the trout block out to the edge, but we're not getting their down block. We're not keeping those down blocks like we should. Got some new faces in there anyway. We've got some freshmen up on that line of scrimmage up there, replacing some injured players, and sometimes that until they get in the motion of things real good, it may take them a while. And now you can see they're going. They've got their linebackers up on the outside edge. We've got a flag. I think we might have jumped again.
Yep.
Yeah. Looks like it might have been the right guard. So there again, you don't want to go back in that hole, but there we are. It's third down too. So it's going to bring about third and 11 in here. So we'll switch out teams right here and go with that Covey set now, the one we scored out of earlier. Motion, wide side. Now he's going to throw it to the backside. Up, that's going up Stillwell again.
Oh, he almost had it.
He almost had it, and it would have been for a first down. He jumped and just wasn't able to pull it down. So that brings up a punt situation.
Yeah, that was well defended. He had 3 defenders around him, and he was going up to win that ball.
Yeah.
You know, he's partially playing defense as well.
Really, he was, but for the most part.
Yeah.
But he got both hands on it and made an effort. It just didn't come down with him. So we will step back to punt. That'll be Kirkland back to punt. High snap. He's able to handle it. Gets a punt off.
Nice.
Drives it upfield.
Got a good roll.
Yeah, got
there
a good. Needs to turn on up.
Yep.
Don't need to go backwards. There we go.
Sideways.
That's crazy because it hardly ever turns sideways.
Yeah.
A punted ball like that.
Yeah.
And end over end when generally hits, and it's like a jackrabbit going down the field.
All right, so, they get to take the ball over in our territory, just over the line.
Yeah, and we're still in the first quarter, folks. It's 3:37 left, and the score 14-7. They got the ball on our 49-yard line. We're going with a wolf front, 3-man front.
Speed sweep.
Speed sweep out here to the edge. Don't get in behind him. We got him behind him too far. See, we have to take better angles.
Oh, now they got to throw a flag.
Yep. And it was. He hit him out of bounds.
Hit him out of bounds. But we got to improve our angles. You cannot chase down a running back that's headed to the edge like that from behind. You've got to stay in front of him. It's like shooting a bird. You got to be out in front of it. Let it fly. You got to lead it. And if you don't, you're not going to win those battles many times because he knows where he's going, and you're just running behind him, and you've got to improve your angle. But I'm glad to see us with that 3 front instead of 5 because there's no way you can defend that passing game.
They call it holding.
Okay. So
offset penalties.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Let's see what's going on.
They're counting them both off.
Counting them off. Okay.
But they may say that was a dead ball when we.
Yeah.
So actually the penalty went against us.
Right. Yeah. We end up being the penalty, I don't know.
I thought it would be offset, but I guess they called it a dead ball foul, and then that's not even part of the play. So.
Right. All right. We got trips to the wide side. Single receiver in the boundary out of the pistol set. 1, 2, 3. Now he's throwing a screen to the backside. He looked us off. We were there, and now he's loose out in the middle of the field, doing a bad job tackling right there. We got to put our bodies on him and not start swinging arms.
Yeah, we got to get ourselves under control.
Yeah.
We're taking a shot.
Yeah, and we're missing.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you take a shot at a young man like that, and it's right there's what happens.
Yeah, you grab air.
Yeah, you're going to end up grabbing air.
All right, so it's 1st and 10 for the Spartans. They are on the 24-yard line, and we got about 3 minutes.
Yep.
3 minutes left for the quarter.
All right, staying with the 3 front. 2 inside linebackers. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. All right. They're getting set in the pistol set there. Time clock ran out on them, play clock, but it wasn't called. I don't know why they didn't blow it dead, but the play clock went to 0. And we're going to see right here. They didn't make a call, so it brings up 2nd down. Everything's a question right now. Anyway, but they're very dependent on dynamic plays, and so far that's what they've been able to achieve.
Yep.
And what I mean by dynamic play, it's not, it's something that's big every time. It's not. They don't plan on driving the football.
No,
that's not their scheme of things. They don't care how long they've got it. They're going to try to score with every play.
They're dangerous when they get into space too.
Right. Yes. Okay. Now we're putting him out here. We got to get under control right here. Now that's how you do it.
He dropped the ball. He dropped the ball.
He dropped that football. He dropped the ball, and we did recover.
I think we got it.
Yep. He dropped it. No, he's not going to give it to us. Yeah, now you can hear the Swain County faithful there. They don't like that one because that ball came out, and we went in on it. And but anyway, the great play right there because that's exactly what Coach Jenkins was talking about. Get yourself under control. Settle your feet. Don't take a shot. He's coming to you, and just make the play.
I think maybe on that last play, that quarterback had his hand on the ball. Maybe he's able to pull it out from under our player.
Now, he may have.
Yeah,
all right. Out of the pistol, 1, 2, 3 steps, cutting it loose, middle screen, and under control.
There you
go. Just make the tackle. There you go.
Well, looks like they're going to give them a 1st down.
Yeah, they're going to. If it's not, it's awful close. Yeah, it's going to be by first. It's going to be 1st and 10. They can get another 1st down. The ball's going to end up being on about the 13-yard line right here with 1:33 left to play in the 1st quarter. But there again, it's just dynamic plays, and that was a heck of a play call for the Spartans. This time they're running out of the gun rather than the pistol. Going to give it on the inside zone play. And he's down to about the 3 or 4 yard line.
Yeah, it looks like he may have gotten another 1st down.
Yeah.
So it's 1st and goal.
Yeah.
From the 2.
Yeah.
He has great feet.
He really does. He can cut. He steps laterally. Willis is his name. He does a great job of approaching you and then taking that side step, putting that foot in the ground, and taking that T-step we used to call it, and get to the outside or back to the inside. Now, full house backfield this time. 3 backs back there, 2 splits, no tight end. It's going to be a power type play, and looks like they pull us off right here. Looks like we crossed the line of scrimmage. Prior to the snap, I'm not sure. Looked like that might have been Smiley.
Yeah, it was.
He come across. Yeah.
So they gained a yard on that penalty.
Yeah.
Now they're to 1.
Yeah, I'd say they'll come right back with that same formation and try to power it in from right here.
This is where you say you got to bow your neck.
Well, it is, and you got to start throwing people up in there and making plays at or behind the line of scrimmage. Quarterback's going to run up in, being followed. They're shoving, pushing.
I don't think he got it.
He didn't get in. All right, puts the ball on about the half-yard line.
Yeah.
They had about 4 blockers in front of him.
Yeah, he did.
The inverted tush push.
The inverted, yeah. He's going up under. This time now they just shove him in. All right. Buzzer goes off the end of the first quarter.
Our kid, ball.
That ball came out. And now, a team that doesn't take the ball, snap,
it is our ball.
Our ball right there.
Big play.
Denied.
Wow.
Now it's going. They might as well just leave it there because the quarters just changed.
Yeah.
And so the buzzer went off right at the end of that play. So now that's the kind of stop you need to get yourself back in the football game now.
Maybe get a little mo.
Yeah. Now your back's against it because you got 99 and a half yards looking you in the face. But this is where you take control of the football game right here now.
Well, fans, while we switch ends of the field, we'll go ahead and take a quick break and come back. Welcome back, folks. It's our ball after the turnover, but we are on the 1 foot line, or just in front of the 1 foot line.
Got the H back, straight drop, going to hang it up deep, Stillwell, and throwing it right on the outside shoulder where it needed to be thrown. And Corey tried to adjust to it, just couldn't get all the way back to the outside to it.
Kind of looked like he might have lost the ball a little bit.
Yeah, up in the sky there, but not a bad play call. Get that ball up and try to get it upfield as far as you can, just get it out of there.
So, and if you look to the outside where Stevenson is, there's nobody in the middle of the field, and he's wide. He could run a quick slant or something there. And
post route.
You think he'd be wide open, post or slant.
Anything to get back to the inside of the field. Got motion. Snapped over and out of bounds.
Yeah, that'll be a safety.
Out of the back of the end zone. That'll be a safety for the Spartans.
Yep.
So
that thing's it's rising its ugly head again. We've had that 2 or 3 times this year.
Yes, we have. And I tell you what, I don't know how you fix it. It's one of those things that folks, it's not like you work on these things. You try to minimize mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. Every ball game you got players making mistakes, but when sometimes it just seems like it gets tighter and tighter and tighter, and it just gets harder to deal with every time because you dig yourself just in deeper holes.
And you always tell that center, when you get down on that ball and your rear end is down, if it comes up any at all, it allows your hand to come through, and that changes the whole trajectory of the ball to go high.
Right.
So it's real important that,
Well, I remember you used to work with them on their step when they'd step, because sometimes that would change the trajectory of the ball because they're stepping and snapping at the same time. Now, folks, that's not an easy thing to do if you've ever tried it. So Coach Jenkins would take them down there, all the guys that might be snapping the football for us, and, buddy, they do nothing but snap and step simultaneously to where that ball ended up in the same place every time when they snapped it.
I heard, we were at a clinic one time, and I heard the coach say, Coach Trickett at West Virginia said, we want our snap in the shotgun to be from waist to face. Mm-hmm. Anywhere else, it's not a good snap for us.
And so it was an entertaining thing to watch because they to achieve that is harder than what you think, too. So I'm not making excuses. It is what it is. It cost us. Pooch kick by Stevenson. They're going to try to return this one. And they did get great field position. They're up to our 35-yard line. Just catching the ball because we had to kick it from a penalized area right there.
20.
From the 20.
That was a good tackle by number 8, Rylan Leatherwood.
Yeah, he's playing in there as a outside linebacker position for us.
And he's just a sophomore.
Right. He's going out the corner now. All right. All right. Quarterback's getting a play call in from his coach on the sidelines. Trips into the boundary this time. Single receiver to the wide side. He's looking to the he looked us off, and he's going deep, and he ran right by Stillwell.
Yep. Number 10.
Yeah, I don't know if we were in some kind of zone coverage or what happened, but he just looked us off and threw it back, and I mean it happened right now.
It had to be a broken coverage because Stillwell dropped about 10 yards and stopped.
Right.
Looking for something across the field.
Right. And it wasn't happening.
Nope.
And the free safety was all the way over on the hash marks trying to get back. So that happens fast. Like I said, they're a dynamic offense. It's all about those kind of plays for them. He kicks up and it's good. Good left-footed kicker there. He's pretty consistent.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's now 23-7, and we will be right back with the next kickoff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we're about to receive the kickoff.
Oh, kicker fell down as he kicked it. The ball squibbing down the field, picked up by Stillwell right in the middle of the field, and gang tackled there by the Spartans. I think he got out to.
He looks hurt, too.
Yeah, he looks like he got rolled up on pretty good there when the first player came there, tackled him down low, and twisted him up a little bit. We'll see if he can get up and move around there. He's not up yet, so they're going to check him out right there. And 11:42 left in the first half. Score 23-7, Spartans. And Maroon Devil football looks like they're going to spot it at about the 24-yard line while they work on Stillwell right there.
Yeah. Oh, he's up.
Yeah, he got up there. He got dinged up on that leg. Looked like he got rolled up on pretty significantly there, so.
I'll tell you what, we definitely don't need to lose any more players.
Oh no! Right now we've got enough. We've got enough banged up, and when you, it's like trying to patch up an old car. Sometimes you run out of parts, and we used to, as coaches, Coach Jenkins and I used to talk about that. You turn around and look, and you're going, well, who do we use next? Who have we got even close to being prepared that we have prepared to do this? So. All right. Spartans come back with their five front now with that H-back. They're coming off the edge. That's Green out there. Hand off to him. He's going to pick up maybe a yard or two. A lot of running there, trying to make something happen. And these folks put the pressure on you from the outside. They're very athletic, so they can play a lot of man coverage in the secondary, and it doesn't bother them a bit because they feel like they can run with anybody you've got, and that's why they're playing 3 deep back here, and that's it. They got everybody else, like you said, Coach Jenkins, up there in that box area from inside out. You can see they're coming off the edge. Yeah, outside in. They love that maneuver right there, to blitz that outside and just keep putting pressure on you from the outside in. They squeeze everything from the outside in.
Looks like we lost 2 yards on that one.
Yeah, we did. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
And as a line coach, sometimes when you look out there and they're putting that much pressure on us and you see 2 or 3 linemen standing there, that don't bode well for a gain. It just really don't. I mean, you got to get on them and stay on them as good as you can.
Yeah, as long as you can, You
got to have a good base. Your feet's got to be wide. You got to be low, and you got to move.
Going with the 3 front now simply because it's 3rd down. They're going to drop into coverage, playing zone coverage this time.
That's great.
Yeah, great throw out here.
Yeah.
Going to get the 1st down out of it, too. Out here to Kirkland.
Yep, Aiden Kirkland.
Yeah, and he's down on the sidelines over here. He got popped real good when he turned up field right there. And Aiden is also our backup quarterback, so we don't know exactly what kind of shape he's in right now. Still down on the sidelines.
Nobody can explain it, but when that injury bug hits you like it's hit us, it hurts. I mean, it's hard to develop any consistency.
Looks like we're going to take a timeout.
Yeah.
So while they're talking things over, let's go ahead and take a quick break and take a look at our sponsors. Welcome back, folks. They did get Aiden up, and hopefully he's going to be all right.
H-back out to the wide side, this right behind the tight end. Going to ride it, look inside there on the inside seam.
No.
Oh, it's picked off.
Oh.
Threw it underneath coverage, zone coverage. And then it's 6, folks. That's all I can say.
Drew kind of telegraphed that one. He was looking at him for a long time, and that kid was just laying back.
Laying back, and then undercut it.
Yeah.
And that. Yeah. And there again, folks, they can run. They covered the ground in a hurry. So that brings the score 29-7 with 9:59 left to go in the first half, with the Spartans attempting their extra point with their left-footed kicker, who's been real consistent tonight. The only thing he did wrong is he fell down on a kickoff. And he boots that one right through.
All right. So that puts us at 30-7, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. We're about to receive the kickoff.
Yeah, let's see how we can get some positive yards here. All right. Ball fielded there by Sawyer. Sawyer trying to get back upfield, back about the 10-yard line. And they're doing a heck of a job getting upfield and covering these kickoffs. They really swarm the field. And we've dug quite a hole for ourselves, folks. We really have. Now, it's not – I'm not saying it's how you put it, insurmountable, but we got to – this is desperation time. We've got to find a way to get this ball up the field, try to take back control of this football game as good as we can with what we've got left on the field now. So H-back into the boundary, twins out here to the wide side, snapped Cody. That's Zeke out on the edge, picking up positive yards, picking up about 5 or 6 yards.
They're good blocking up front there. I mean, we moved some people back.
Yeah, that was probably our best run of the night. We gained about, 6 yards?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, positive yards. Bringing up second down. Keep everything held together right here as best we can. H-back now to the wide side. Got a flanker out here. Split into the boundary. Snap to Drew. Kind of an outside zone look right there. I wouldn't watch it to see if we were trapping that or not at all. Coach Jenkins, we may have.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it looked more like a zone play, just kicking out everybody at the line of scrimmage and letting Zeke pick him a place to run with it. And trying to make the linebacker be wrong.
They had three defenders outside our tackle, and
Right.
all three of them came.
Mm-hmm. All three of them. They got them again.
Oh, now they got them lined up. Yep.
Into the boundary there with the H-back. Got all three of them over there. That's like a strong safety and an outside linebacker.
We moved over here on the wide receiver.
Wide receiver did. Okay, false start. That'll back us back up. Be third down and about 8.
Murphy leads Albemarle 8-0. They started at 7:30, by the way. East Wilkes leads Hayesville 20-0.
Got
Robbinsville and
getting our play called right here. It looks like we're going to have twins out here to the wide side. H-back into the boundary. Behind the tight end. In between the tight end and tackle this time. Motion to the wide side. Play fake. Rolling Drew back here. Going to throw it up in the middle of the field, and it's picked off again. Number 2 there picking it off for the Spartans, and that puts them back down there with the football close to the 15-yard line.
Red zone.
Yeah, right back into it from the get-go. So I was wondering, because of Kirkland, who would be our punter, but didn't get a chance to see who was going to punt it this time if we didn't pick up that first down. So they end up with the football, and it's 1st and 10, folks,
You think
from the 16.
Offensively, we need to calm down. We're kind of in a panic mode
Yeah,
right now.
right.
And that don't help at all.
No, and defensively, we got to maneuver and tackle.
Yeah.
Just make plays. Trips into the boundary. Yeah, it's like a timeout by the Spartans right here for a minute. We've got to look this over real quick.
All right, while they talk it over, let's take another break.
Yes, sir.
We'll be right back. welcome back, folks. Spartans have it on the 1st and 10 on our 15.
Looking us off in the middle of the field. Oh, right through his hands. We broke up. We had safety breaking up on it right there, but ball right through the receiver's hands, running a post route, literally right at the goal post from the outside out here, and it went through his hands. So first break we've got that they haven't hit a big play on. Trips into the boundary this time. 2nd and 10. Single receiver to the wide side. The last time we saw this look now, he looked us off and then threw back over here. But this time he just threw it. And he's out on the edge and around us. And
we're following him again.
Yeah, there we are chasing him. And I don't know. It's very difficult to say. It just they're very, very athletic. And their athletes have taken over. And it's put us in an awful bind. It's 36-7. And if he hits us, it'll be 37-7. And we still got over 7.5 minutes to play before halftime. So, good kicker back out there to kick again. And up and through.
And it's good.
Yep. So, 37-7 with 7:49 left to play in the first half, folks.
And we'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. We're about to receive the kickoff again. Unfortunately, the score is 37-7. Back to receive.
Deep kick.
Oh,
into
good.
The end zone.
That's the
There
way
you
to
go.
do it.
Yeah.
Get a
Just let it go.
touchback.
Let it get on right back in there. Get the ball out to the 20. See if we can't generate some offense now.
And that was Caden Sawyer back there that let it go.
Right.
I mean, we haven't returned it much past the 20 anyway, so if it's going to roll in there, you might as well let it go.
No, we haven't got it back to the 20, I don't think, except when it does go into the end zone. So, Spartans come back out, playing the same type of coverages. They're going to commit 8 to the line of scrimmage. Now, when we line up trips like we are now, we got trips over to the wide side of the field. We stretch them out just a little bit. They have to acknowledge that. So they generally end up in zone coverage when they do this. Out here on the edge, ball pops out, and it looks like the Spartans are going to recover. Yeah, hit from behind there was Evan Ball, and ball got batted out literally and knocked out of his hands after a good catch out here on the edge, and turns the ball right back over to the Spartans. And boy, the bad luck bug has bit, and we got to find a way to turn it around some way, somehow.
I actually thought that our wide receiver, his head jerked around. I believe they grabbed his helmet, his face.
May have. I didn't see it. All right, they're going to go with 2 in the backfield. Twins motion just like they started out the ball game. Swing pass out there to the edge, and kicking everybody out, and he's just looking for a seam to run up in. What I mean by that is those receivers that were left out there, all they did was run up, turn their butts to the inside, and make you have to play it back over the top of them to get to him.
Yeah, they used to say he's just looking for daylight.
That's all he's doing. He was looking for a seam to jump into. Same formation switched over now over here to the wide side again. We'll see if they start this motion again. They do. Going to give the ball back inside now. And we tackled there at the line of scrimmage by Trent Jones.
They tried to run a trap there, and we closed down, and there was nothing there.
Yeah, and that young man had been running all over the field on us tonight, so great play there by Jones to hit him right there behind the line of scrimmage and for a loss. Bring it up 3rd and about 6 or 7 now. And they're going to stay with what walked them this far, going back to the 2-back set. Twins out here to the wide side. See if they go in motion again out of the backfield. Going to direct snap it this time, leaving both backs in to help block. Throws it up deep,
and he's
up
got
overhead, over for a touchdown.
That was number 10, Sam Mack.
Yeah, he just up over his head. Perfectly thrown football. The quarterback is just as composed. Like I said, he's throwing this thing on time, and you can't get you could bring all the people you want to. You're not going to get there in time. It's all timed routes, and he's throwing it up, and he either hits them or he don't. And so far, folks, he has hit them. So the talent level is really showing for them. 43-7, 6:21 left to play in the first half, and that'll make it 44.
And he's got another good one.
Yep.
That quarterback's only a junior, so
yeah.
I'd say there'll be people looking at him.
I'd say they would. He's just he's a heck of an athlete, and he's just so poised.
Yeah.
He's not been flustered a time tonight, not one time. Very consistent play, very athletic football team. So, we need to take another break, Joe.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Let's see, numbers. Oh, and we lost another.
The ball came out again.
That was Evan Ball again.
Evan Ball.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And the Spartans get the football.
Yeah.
Trojans, Spartans, whatever you want to call them, that they're in command.
They
44-7 with 6:15 left to go in the first half.
Everything's rolling their way.
Yes.
Not only has the injury bug hit us, the fumble bug's hit us.
Yeah, the fumble bug is bit. Yeah.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I feel bad for that young man because I wasn't either one that fumbled the first one.
Yes, and when it bites, it bites.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, a little different look out of a pistol set this time. Going to run a toss sweep, kicking us all out over there on the edge. We miss a tackle, ends up in the foot race, and Coleman Green tackles him down about the 5-yard line.
That was a touchdown-saving tackle there.
It sure was. It sure was. And it was a foot race. Yeah, just running a toss sweep out of a heavy pistol set.
So now it's 1st and goal from the 6-yard line.
5:50 left to play in the first half. This time out of that same pistol-looking set. Isolation look this time. Trying to kick out and run up in. We're able to stop him there at the line of scrimmage. And
working on the running game.
Yeah, they are. They're working on the running game. Trying to see what they can do. Let's bring up 2nd and goal. 5:15 left to play in the first half. Same pistol set. Running back behind and one beside the quarterback there, as you can see. Same play back to the quarterback, rolling back out the backside. Bootlegs into the end zone and ball in and out of the hands of his receiver there in the back of the end zone. Play action this time off the play they just ran, and he just bootlegs out the backside and in and out of the hands of the receiver.
That was such a great fake he did. It actually faked out our camera person, Emma, upstairs.
It faked out. Well, that's what happened then, folks. Yeah. In and out of his hands. So we got 4:59 left to play in the first half. Play clock running down to 4. They're going to take a timeout, the Spartans.
All right, so why don't we go ahead and take one as well?
Yes, sir.
We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. Let's see if we can make a stop
out of the
here.
gun, double twins on both sides. This time we flush him out a little bit. Holding up in there held us on the inside, and we slapped a ball out right there. Coleman Green slapped it out of his hands, but it's going to be holding. They held us out here on the edge. Our contained man got pretty much tackled on the inside there and held up. So we'll come back out here and they'll penalty there. Bring up. I think it's going to bring up.
Should be from the 16, right?
Yeah.
They should have lost at least 10 on that one.
Probably refused the penalty.
Yeah, decline the penalty. It brings up 4th down.
Okay.
So we're going to run trips out here to the wide side now. This is their favorite formation. Out of that pistol set, running back right behind the quarterback, and drew us offside. Trent Jones jumping off sides there. So that penalizes us half the distance to the goal line. Still 4th down.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that quarterback. He's got a lot of skills.
He really does. He up and down the field with them, and he's
He crazy count him.
Yep, everything, and that's well-disciplined football teams. What you're looking at.
Yeah.
Full loaded house backfield here on the 3-yard line. Running backs on both sides and behind him. Isolation, bootleg out the backside. Throwing it up again to that inside receiver, and that's the 2nd or 3rd one that he's popped out of his hands there. So that
ball goes over.
Ball turns over. First and 10 for the Maroon Devils from about the 4-yard line.
Well,
actually, the 3.
Coach, like you said, we got to find things to hang our hat on.
Yeah.
And there's one right there.
That's it. We've got to start somewhere, and it's just, when things are going bad, you just got to try to keep the wheels on the wagon. And you do that by just keep churning. You just keep churning.
And you figure our kids will, because all season long, the effort's been there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. There's not been a question of effort. It's just been a lot of circumstances. So it looks like right now we're going to run our trip set out here. Single back set, single receiver into the boundary, quick throw out to the single receiver into the boundary, knocked out of bounds over there. Pickup of about 4 or 5 yards.
And if you watch those Spartan secondary, they're sure tacklers. I mean, if they're on you, they're going to get you.
Yeah, they get you. They're not worried about how hard they hit you. They're not worried about anything else, just getting you. That's their main objective. Looks like they're playing a lot of man coverage right here, right now. Going to bring a blitz off the outside edge. Throwback, single coverage again, picked off.
Touchdown.
It looks like it may be if Drew don't make the tackle right there. He's knocked out of bounds. Drew knocked him out of bounds there. At about, it looks like about the 5-yard line maybe. Yeah, 5-yard line.
That receiver was underthrown just a little
bit.
Yeah, he had his step on the guy.
Yeah. Yeah, great. They're just doing a great job in the secondary too.
Yep.
Like I can't get I can't emphasize enough their athleticism. These kids are athletes out there on that field. They are moving and breaking and running on this field, and it overwhelms you at times.
Like Drew, just a little bit underthrown. But you say that on Sunday, those guys making millions of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
Underthrow people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, out of the pistol set again, isolation to the strong side. He's going to pick up maybe one or two. He's going to bring up second and goal from the 3.
So we just went under 4 minutes in the first half.
44-7, Spartans. Coming to the line of scrimmage this time. Same pistol set. Look. Gonna run the sweep again.
Oh, look at that.
Kicking us out the outside. He tackled him over there. Yeah, he tackled us out on the edge. The kid that kept dropping the ball earlier every time they threw it to him. He's got great hands when it comes to tackling you, though, and holding you.
On that side, Judge, he was watching the running back. He
never saw it. No.
I mean, if he's going to watch a game, he needs to pay.
Yeah.
Instead of get paid.
He just he let it all roll. And
they broke the huddle with 11, with 12 right there.
Did someone finally throw one on that?
No, you're going to call timeout.
Wow.
Call timeout so they don't get penalized.
That's his last timeout.
All right, folks, going to timeout. 3 minutes left, 3:03 left to play, 44-7.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back. Welcome back, folks.
Yeah. He jumped
the
up
guard
on
jumped.
Guard jumped. They didn't call that. He's going to run it over here and short throw. I don't know. He about had to be past the line of scrimmage, but nope, no call. And folks, that brings it to 50-7 with 2 minutes 56 seconds left to play in the first half. I don't know what else to say.
They basically played in our end of the field.
Yeah, all night long, and we've not been able to do a whole lot about it.
No.
We really, really struggle, and the struggles are continue for us.
And, Coach, of course, too, sometimes you just out-athleted.
Well, yeah, you are, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. I mean, we could talk about angles and stuff like that, and all that stuff comes from practice and playing. And being out there and experiencing it, and finding those alleys and defensively and getting up in them and making athletic plays. And right now it's not happening for us, and it's happening every down for the Spartans.
Yeah, and our kids are still playing the balls at the 3 and with the third down to score. So, I mean, they haven't quit, and that says a lot about the kids. So I heard a commentator one time say that sports or athletics doesn't build character, it reveals character.
Yeah,
and I think that's true.
That is true. It's very true. Yeah.
All right. Next time we get a chance for a break, I'm actually going to read off our cheerleader roster because, this is likely our last game of the season. And so I think we need to recognize our cheerleaders who come out to every game.
All right. Kick down the ball again, back upfield. Yeah.
And he's hanging on to that
He
for
hung
dear
on to
life.
that one out to about close to the 30-yard line. Best return of the night, folks.
Yep. And that was young Mr. Ball again.
Yep. All right. We see what we got here now before the end of the half. 2:47 left to play in the first half. 51-7, the Spartans. Yeah, we've got trips now to the upper side of the field. One single receiver to the bottom side. Out here quickly to ball. He's hit as soon as he catches it. And there again, you were talking about their tackling ability in the open field. That corner he stopped his feet, T-step, came right back up, wrapped him up, put his body on him, and took him down.
Looks like he picked up about 4 yards on that.
Clock still running. Second and about 7. Drew rolls to the wide side of the field. Quick shot out. Out of bounds over there. Should mark it out of bounds. Yeah, Ryan Leatherwood on catch. Well, must not
They
went
didn't
out of
stop
bounds.
the clock, so he did kind of slide out. So.
That may be true. Third down. It's going to bring up third and about 2. Trips out here to the wide side. Single into the boundary. Quick throw again out to the out into the boundary for a first down.
And we did go out of bounds, plus the first down. So
Plus the first down. Clock will stop with 1:50 to play in the first half.
John Stevenson on the first down. That's the Maroon Devils.
Trips now out here to the wide side. Again, single receiver into the boundary. Snap. Drew rolling out here. Pass to Coleman Green. Green pick up a couple of yards on that. And
he's going to get a terrible spot there.
Yeah.
He was at least a half a yard ahead of that. Minute 20 left to go.
And if you watch right here, it seems like the trip side on this back side here, like number 6 here, has been coming almost every time.
Yeah.
That time he didn't, but
yeah.
I've noticed it consistently he's come.
Yeah, they love that outside blitz. They do not want anybody getting to the edge on them whatsoever. All right, trips to the wide side again. Single receiver into the boundary. 1:08 left to play in the first half. Drew rolling to the best he can to the wide side. Ball gets undercut again just a little bit and batted down.
Yeah, number 11 there. He actually was trying to break on that ball.
Yeah.
He thought he had himself another pick 6.
Yeah. That's going to bring up fourth down. 1:03 left to play in the first half.
Well, we might as well go for it because
there's no choice now. Yeah.
We're in the best field position we've had.
Yeah.
And we've got a hurt punter also. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Looks like we're going to do a timeout. Let's just keep it right here, and I'm going to go ahead and read off this these cheerleaders because they've come out and they practice and they've worked hard, and
yes,
this is the end of their season as well.
Okay.
So Madeline Bird is captain, Sophia Medford is captain, Faith Murray captain, Abby Jordan captain, Caitlin Kent, Kiki Ash, Abigail Cutler, Madison Moon, Amber Hinnant, Mackenzie Bird, Jolie Stevens, Addison Matthews, Chloe French, Madison Ball, Michaela Lambert, Ela Sansucci, Alexa Roberts, Rylan Sevilla, Anna Plattenberg, Briley Lambert, Aaliyah Lambert, Julian Donaldson, Kayla Murray, Ruby Hollifield, and Piper Stanberry, and they're coached by Carla Stevenson.
Good job, Joe.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Fourth down, we need to pick up 2.
H-back in motion, across the formation, throwing out to the wide side to the tight end, fourth down.
And
incomplete. And Spartans will take over the control of the football at about our 49-yard line. 58 seconds left to play in the first half.
Yeah, with the incomplete pass, that stops the clock.
Right.
So the Spartans have 58 seconds to punch one in. Let's hope we can hold them.
And they've got their starters out there.
Oh, yeah.
So let me ask, do you think because they probably come from a conference that passes heavier than they run, their pass defense is also stronger?
I don't know whether that'd be true or not. What generally happens is, well, here they're going to run one on the field here. I don't know exactly. Yeah, and he's out of it. Let's see here. Yeah, there had to be a penalty flag because he's out. I think he's out of timeout.
Off. Said they called a timeout before the.
Oh, so that was his last.
Well, matter of fact, he pointed Swain.
Coach Holt called it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Anyway, back to your question, Joe. I think it's a coaching philosophy. I don't care where you're at. You get coaches that they believe in a certain way to approach something, attack something, and that's the way they do it. And they're going to do it wherever they go. Mm-hmm. They take that package with them. Now they'll adjust it to their players. We all do. Coach Jenkins and I many times would sit down and talk. People don't realize how much coaches talk about players. Now when I say that, it's what they can do and what we're asking them to do. Is it possible? That's the kind of things we have to ask ourselves as coaches, and that's what we would do. And if we thought this certain player, we didn't try to put in any kind of fancy, whole lot of different pass blocking unless we had a veteran group of people up there that could handle that, because you can't overwhelm players with too much stuff. And this bunch here is keeping it awful simple. These young guys, their players need to learn how to pass block and do a little run blocking right there. And that should be a motion.
It is, yeah. It has to be.
Because he was moving that guard drop step before the ball was ever snapped, and to push off and get to that outside edge. So, just to make a long story short, Joe, to answer your question, I just think it's a coaching philosophy. Because you can go down there in some of those leagues and they're running a wing T offense and they'll run the football right down your throat. And we've come across all kinds of them in the playoffs. Conferences sometimes dictate how much you do of certain things, but I believe it all boils down to a coaching philosophy. They're loading up. Got two running backs in the backfield now. Going to run the isolation again, kick out on the edge. He's upfield. He's going to pick up. He's going to get close to a first down on that one. Going to bring up second and about 4 with 40 seconds left to play in the first half.
He's hard to bring down.
He is. He uses his size, and what I mean by that is he's not very tall. He runs close to the ground. He's very powerful. Coach Jenkins says he's got that great lateral movement, and he can stick his foot in the ground and get sideways in a hurry on you. All right, same play, back inside this time. There he did again, shifting back a little bit more to the inside. Going to be out close to a first down.
If you watch him, he eases up to that line of scrimmage, and he's not. No. He's looking for a hole. He's not just trying to run hard one place. He's going to dance around and try to get up in.
Try to find it.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was the last play of the half, and so at the end of the half, we are trailing 51-7. Stay tuned. We'll be back with the Maroon Devil award-winning Maroon Devil band. They're going to do their halftime show, so stay tuned for that. And until then, we'll take a break, and we'll be right back.
Become a member of MDN Live. For the low price of $5.99 per month, you will have access to all live broadcasts of Maroon Devil athletics. All proceeds from this subscription service will go directly towards Swain Athletics to help offset the growing cost of providing multiple sporting opportunities for our student athletes. The monthly subscription is only $5.99 per month, giving members access to all live broadcasts within the month. This membership will have an option for automatic renewal, which can be canceled at any time. Our hope is that patrons will let their monthly subscriptions continue throughout the year, providing Swain High School athletics with a greatly needed source of funding year-round and give you access to all the great sports action throughout the year. So for less than the cost of a kid's meal at your favorite fast food joint, you'll be providing critical support to our student athletes each month while enjoying countless hours of Swain County Athletics Live. It's truly a win-win situation. Become a member today and do your part to help keep Swain County Athletics the best it can be. Hi everyone, help us get to 5,000 subscribers. Right now we're only about 1,000 away and we want to reach this goal by the end of football season. Make sure to press that subscribe button and like and share all of our videos. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, now in performance, the Swain County Marching Band. Their 2025 marching show is titled Welcome to the Wild West. Show selections include themes from the good, the bad, and the ugly. City Slickers, The Ecstasy of Gold, and Old Town Road. Drum majors are Tommy Dickens and Caitlin McCormick. Captains are Isabel Barker, Marlon Benfield, Emily Guerrero, Violet Benton, Madeline Cotton, Shelby Kirkland, Abraham Palmer, with equipment and uniforms managed by Sam Shine, Adam Shine, and Matty Walking Stick. Please welcome your award-winning Swain County Marching Band.
Hi everyone, help us get to 5,000 subscribers. Right now we're only about 1,000 away and we want to reach this goal by the end of football season. Make sure to press that subscribe button and like and share all of our videos. Thank you. Become a member of MDN Live. For the low price of $5.99 per month, you will have access to all live broadcasts of Maroon Devil athletics. All proceeds from this subscription service will go directly towards Swain athletics to help offset the growing cost of providing multiple sporting opportunities for our student athletes. The monthly subscription is only $5.99 per month. giving members access to all live broadcasts within the month. This membership will have an option for automatic renewal, which can be canceled at any time. Our hope is that patrons will let their monthly subscriptions continue throughout the year, providing Swain High School athletics with a greatly needed source of funding year-round and give you access to all the great sports action throughout the year. So for less than the cost of a kid's meal at your favorite fast food joint, you'll be providing critical support to our student athletes each month while enjoying countless hours of Swain County Athletics Live. It's truly a win-win situation. Become a member today and do your part to help keep Swain County Athletics the best it can be.
folks. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We just kicked off to the Spartans. And, wow, they had a nice return. Nope. There we go.
Yeah, that was a squib kick.
Yeah.
Squib kicked it. It looked like it was going to try to be onside, but it was he was trying to drive it a little bit harder, make it go just a little bit deeper, but it didn't make it. So the Spartans will take over on the 47-yard line. They're 47. 2 backs in the backfield. Toss sweep then out to the boundary again.
Oh.
Up this time, yeah, make a good tackle out there. Then stay on your feet and make a sure tackle.
Yeah, that was Kobe Mashburn that grabbed him by the ankle and wouldn't let go.
Yeah, wouldn't let go. So that's why loss of 2 on the play. Bring up second and about 12.
Let's see.
Here at the beginning of the third quarter, 51-7 Spartans over the Maroon Devils.
They still have their starting quarterback in. I'm trying to see if they still have any other starters.
Number 22 still in, number 11 still in. I think pretty much basically they got their
starting 11 still in there.
Yeah.
And playing into the boundary out. There's that zone step again, back inside. Let's get him to the ground. It's going to bring up third down and about 9.
Yeah, based on the spot, he only gained about 2 yards there.
Yeah, and they've not punted tonight, so hopefully we can hold them right here and force them into a punting situation. And see if we can't get some kind of offense just to get the ball back up the field and try to put some points on the board, make it respectable.
Mm-hmm. We have a lot of young players that are going to be coming back next year.
Oh, so yeah. A lot of them are on the field right now, and a lot of them will be back out there on offense. And, we're forced into position to start a lot of young players. You don't want to do that all the time, but here we are. Up inside zone cut again.
Grabbed his arm.
Yep. And he's off to the races. Jones in pursuit, and Coleman Green over there knocking him out of bounds. Down about the 12-yard line, 13. Right in there. Maybe the 14-yard line.
And that's the running back they've been handing off to most of the night.
Right.
Yep.
Number 22, Nixon Willis.
Yeah. Yeah, he's racked up some yards, and he just keeps pouring it to us. So we'll see what the outcome of this drive is. We had a chance to hold them right there and make it a punting situation, but it didn't happen. And, I mean, they're staying on the ground. They're not throwing it. So going with double twins this time. Single back with the quarterback. Motion across the formation. 2 trips. Inside zone
quarterback
again.
Keeper.
Outside zone. Quarterback keeps it. Comes out the backside.
And he scores.
And he's in. So that'll bring it to 57-7. 8:30 to play, and the clock is running, and it will continue to run. Even after scores. And the only man that can stop it now, stop the clock, is the head official, and he's not going to do that. So we will have a running clock for the most part here in the second half because of the score difference.
Yep.
And so
I think that is by rule.
By rule,
35
points. And so our Maroon Devils are down by 50. And this right here, if we hits it, it'll make it 51. So it's 58-7 Spartans. And when while we got this break right here, folks, we'll tell you that proud of all the sponsors coming on board this year that you've seen advertised. Had a lot of opportunity to see them their logos go across the screen. It's been a great year for the sponsors, and we appreciate the Maroon Devil Network appreciates you guys kicking in and helping out with what Joe and everybody tries to do with keeping this production going, because it goes year round for Joe and his staff. So it's not something that's just a football or whatever. It's for all the sports here at the high school, and it's greatly appreciated.
Well, we appreciate you two, especially you and Cody coming out and kind of picking up.
Well, like I said, I didn't have to beg Coach Jenkins, but he said he'd do it because I asked him to do it. But we've been friends a long time, as he said, and we chewed a lot of grass together when it came to coaching, and we spent a lot of time traveling around the country trying to learn more about football and learning how to coach it a little better, and it was good for me. It was
yes.
You don't make many friends in our profession. You really don't. A lot of people they got friendship in them, but it's because of what you do. And but he and I made good friends from the get-go a long time ago because we kind of looked after each other
yeah.
when times were tough and kept each other going, and it was a good it fed my family and kept us alive. Coaching did. So for all of our mistakes we did a few things right. So looks like it may be called incomplete pass from Cody out here to Stevenson. But, I appreciate Bill coming up here tonight with us, and just figured it was time for him to get his feet wet in this.
The third stringer.
Yeah, he said, what are you doing, calling the third string in?
No, hey, Coach, that's me. I'm usually up top. I never actually get to talk on the air. Yeah. You can see why now.
Yeah, they're staying with their blitzing package.
And that's a fumble.
He comes from behind and causes a fumble, and the Spartans will take over down at the 10-yard line. This blitz from the backside, coming from behind, knocking the ball out of Drew's hands. Drew's only about half speed tonight, and he was trying to get out towards the edge, but that's a turnover. So, again, that turnover bug has stayed on our back all night long, and it's not turning loose. So that'll put the Spartans back on the field offensively.
Well, coaches, I also want to do a shout-out to everybody who has become a member, because for basically $5.99 they become per month. They become a member, and I know football season's coming to a close, but hang on, because we're going to be right around the corner with basketball.
Right.
And we're going to do some wrestling.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
That's wonderful.
And before you know it, it'll be baseball and softball season.
Yeah.
And soccer.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
No, that was a fumble. That was the first play of the
first play of the series.
And they have got a new quarterback.
Got a new quarterback, new running back, a couple of new receivers on the field now. We're putting a few new faces out to play defensively right here. So that bring up second and about 3 for the first down. They can't get a first down inside the 1-yard line. They're keeping their interior of their offensive line in there. Like Coach Jenkins said, got a new quarterback in there, 2 new running backs. Gonna toss it out here on the edge, again with their toss sweep look. And we're going to wrap him up there about the 5-yard line. And the official didn't get clear quick enough, and he gets put down in the fray there. So
sorry to see that. Fortunately, he didn't get hurt.
Yep. So didn't get a spot over there for where the ball went out, and so they're just going to spot it wherever they want to. And we actually had him at about the 5, but they're going to give him a couple of yards and put him down at the 3-yard line. So they're going to run a couple. That same quarterback in there, number 42 for them.
And even though they're running the ball, it's wide. They're tossing it out there and letting them run.
Yeah, letting them run, trying to get in the zone again. There he goes again. Out on the edge, they got us reached out there and got us held on the edge.
They call a holding.
Yeah, trying to get a holding call back here.
It's 1 out of 5. So here we go.
All right, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter.
Yep. 58-7.
See if we
Spartans.
See if we can keep them out of the end zone at least till the end of the quarter.
And once again, we have a running clock. It's going to run straight through to the end of the ball game because of the point differential.
They still have their starting center in. And,
Oh, yeah, and the guards and tackles.
Pretty much their line, yeah.
Yeah, they've got their interior
Intact.
still intact. Yeah.
And we were probably offside, but they didn't
Isolation.
call it.
Right. So we're going. So that'll bring up 4th and 10. So we're actually about 4th and 12.
Field goal.
Yeah, they're going. See, they may try their field goal.
And 17, Christian Cochran.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. Brought their kicker on right here, and he's going to attempt a field goal. He's got the leg to do it. We've seen him do that. He can drill it. Whether he hits it or not, we'll see. But once again, folks, it's 58-7 with 1:20 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter, and the clock is running.
Oh,
Blocked.
Pick it up.
Go.
Run.
There you go. All right.
All right.
So their move for more points didn't work out for them. We get it blocked, and that brings up Maroon Devil football. It'll be 1st and 10. Looks like on about the 32-yard line.
Was that Evan Ball that recovered that?
Yeah, he was.
Picked it up?
Yep.
I didn't see who did the block, but I definitely saw Evan grab it.
Yeah, we couldn't. I wasn't sure who got their hand on it, but somebody did.
And it was right up the gut, too.
Yeah, it was right in the middle. So.
Looks like they're all new on defense.
Yeah. H-back
Nope.
to the short side. Twins to the wide side. Drew Cody on the draw. Up and in. Picks up about 4 or 5. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 5.
Number 6 is still in, who was the one that's coming off of the corner most of the time,
Yeah.
but he's going out now.
Yeah.
So.
Drew's out comes off
Yeah,
the
it
field.
looks like Drew, Blake comes in, Blake Lambert.
Yeah, this will be bad snap.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's the end of the 3rd quarter. Yeah, snap over his head.
I don't think the quarterback was even ready for that snap because when he looked up, the ball was going by him. So.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I've seen that happen last night in a college game. So,
Yeah,
again, it happens at all levels.
it does, and we're going into the 4th quarter right here now, and be the last 4th quarter for the Maroon Devils this season. And once again, thanks for all you folks for tuning in with us and hanging with us. We hope everybody has a safe winter.
So back to the $5.99. Every penny of that goes directly into the athletic program.
Yes.
You know, it doesn't buy us equipment. It doesn't do any of that.
Yeah, I'd have that replay machine by now.
You would.
I would. Next, I'm gonna take a collection plate around town. Next year, whoever's gonna be doing this, whether it's me or anybody else, they're gonna have a replay machine, Joe. I know you fought hard to try to get that thing going.
Oh, I know.
You really did.
I actually wanted to get you one of those Madden draw on the screen.
We'd be here all day if I had one. Me and Coach Jenkins, we'd wear that thing out because we used to do a lot on a marker board, didn't we?
Yes.
We went through a lot of them pins.
Even years ago on the chalkboard.
On a chalkboard, yes. All right. Inside
there
zone.
There we go.
Inside zone play.
Still going.
Good.
That was number 3.
Cade
Sawyer, yeah.
So,
and I don't remember years ago, Coach White and I would be talking about their season, and you always said, you got to win the ones you should, and a couple maybe that you shouldn't win. And you look at this team this year, and it is what it is, but that's pretty much what happened. I mean, we beat a Mountain Heritage team. That's the only game they've lost so far. And we beat the people. We were competitive, and,
all season long. And,
And now all of a sudden you're beat up and against a really good football team.
But it takes a toll. It takes a toll on your players and on your coaches. Back to punt. We've got a flag on the play. Got Coleman Green in there to punt. Replacing Aiden Kirkland.
No, it got us for.
Yeah, we false started there. Yeah. There again, a lot of new faces. That's the first time they've been on the field, so that'll back us up. Bring up 4th and about 15, 16 yards. Green back to punt. again. Good snap this time.
That wasn't bad. Height.
Yeah, got the ball up in the air and didn't let it roll back. Okay. So the Spartans will take over on about the 41-yard line. Clock's still running. Coming up on 10 minutes left to play in the ball game.
A lot of injuries and a lot of mistakes tonight. And, of course, again, you get young people out there, and they're trying hard, but, I mean, it's 14-year-olds against 18-year-olds. It's a whole different physical and mental difference there.
Yeah, and, it's a challenge. It's a challenge every season to see what you can put together. Yeah. And when it comes down to this time of the season, let's face it, folks, you're going to have the injury bug's going to bite you somewhere. It bites everybody. And you just have to try to reload. All right, running a toss sweep again into out to that boundary. Keep running it wide, keeps running. Number 12.
And they're about as good as Murphy holding, so that'll be a real hole fest.
It'll be a hole fest next week. It will. Yeah, we'll see whose jerseys are left on after the game. Cause, they like to hold, and that's how they make a living.
Yep.
We all know Murphy. That's exactly how they've made a living for years.
And I remember Coach Gaither, who was the line coach over there. They won a lot of state championships. And Coach Gaither told me, he said, we're going to hold you. He said, we're going to get 2 or 3 holding calls, but they're not going to call all of them, so we're going to hold you.
And that's exactly what they did. And you can't use that as an excuse. You got to teach players how to defeat that. So, all right, isolation this time. Up and in. He popped it out over the top. There again. We're just doing a poor job tackling that young people trying to make plays out there. And
it's good experience.
It is.
And, I mean, sometimes you run into a team like this. I remember years ago, we made it to the state championship game and played Hopton, and they wore us out. And, you say, if we played them 10 times, we probably wouldn't beat them one.
No, we couldn't beat that team.
Yeah, and I mean, this team, they've outmanned us, and that happens. I mean,
you just got a better football team on the field. We're playing against tonight. It's hard to say. It's hard for coaches to admit that.
Yeah.
And anybody's, but there it is. It's as plain as night, day and night. Still running with the 2 in the backfield. Coleman off the edge.
Here comes that quarterback.
Yep.
Number 7 don't even. He didn't see him at all.
Didn't see him at all. All right, out of bounds down here to. It looks like it's going to be about the 8-yard line. Quarterback just coming out of the backfield on a bootleg look, naked bootleg, nobody in front of him, and just running, trying to pick up a first down. He picks up that and plus more.
That was number 17 that made that tackle, but I don't have 17 on my roster.
Okay.
Christian something I heard Gary mention on the PA.
7 minutes left to play in the ball game. Spartans on about the 8-yard line. Got a wide side of the field over there, and they really like that. So it's either an isolation or wide side, and there it goes. And he's going to go all the way to the boundary. And Trenton Jones out there to make the tackle. A pickup of a yard or so, bring up second down. Second about 6. Second and goal. Six and a half minutes left to play.
And, again, these kids hadn't quit playing, and coaches hadn't quit coaching, and I've been around them quite a bit the last couple of years. They work their tails off too.
Oh yeah.
I'll come up here sometimes and during Coach Holt's break, just drop in on him, and he's always looking at film, and maybe there's a couple more coaches, and they're always trying to get better.
Yeah. Bootleg by the big quarterback there. He's a big fella.
He's got to go out.
He come out of his helmet, so he's got to go out. And they'll have to put another one in.
On the carry, number 42, Simon Martinez.
Puts the ball down about to 2.5-yard line. Third down, third and goal.
So that quarterback, number 42, he's Simon Martinez. He's a senior.
Now they got the starting quarterback.
Yeah, they brought the starter back in. after that bootleg. I don't think this will be a bootleg, though. They're probably just going to hand it off right here on that isolation look or that sweep out there to the wide side. And just reach block us. There comes the sweep.
He's going to get it inside.
Yeah, he's going to come. And there he made the move, and he's in.
I mean, they just stop on a dime and change direction.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just athleticism, folks.
We're running by them. And, I mean, again, that's athleticism.
Yeah. And I wonder if Trent Jones didn't twist something there. He
got turned around a little bit. He normally makes that play, and that young man just stopped dead on the dime and made a cut and was gone. So the score now sits at 64-7. We're coming up on 4.5 minutes left to play in the game. And this may make it 65 right here. That kicker's pretty consistent. And the kick's up. And it's good.
All right. So a little less than 4.5 minutes left to go. I imagine we're going to have enough time to run a few plays after we do this return.
Yeah, the clock continues to run. It's a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
But you got a whole off season now to reload, remount, and get ready to go.
And if you look at things, I mean, the JV team's been undefeated for 2 years, and the music team won their Cracker Bowl, and even on down through there, from what I've been told and by people that knows it looks. I mean, we got kids coming.
We do, and we need them to stay together. We need that cohesion, because you and I both know those that when they stay together like they get used to playing with each other, they play for each other. They don't play for themselves or anything or anybody else. They play for each other.
Yep. And after one game, Robbinsville beat us, and they had a really good football team and beat us like 14-6. And I told Coach Walsh, I said, y'all got a good football team. And he told me, he said, Billy, he said, if you got players, you're going to be pretty good, and if you don't, you're not.
Yeah, that's it.
Know?
Especially at this level.
Yeah, 1A level.
1A and 2A level.
Yeah.
It's unlike the team we're playing tonight, folks, just to be honest with you. They're a charter school, which means they can go pick up players all around the Charlotte area. And that's what they can do. Anywhere in the Charlotte city limits.
Yeah.
A player can go there and play. And so they call it a public school, but it's not. It's a charter school.
So Caden Sawyer just broke a nice little run.
Yeah, he did.
It's probably the best run of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out to about the 41-yard line. Caden again on the carry. Going to pick up 4 or 5 more.
Another young player.
Yep.
On the tackle is number 14. He's a junior. Caleb
We got
Cook.
We got two wide outs here.
We're hurrying up because there's less than 2 minutes left.
H back to the wide side. Inside zone.
Another first down. Good hard run.
And, at this level, 2 or 3 injuries can decimate your team.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
5A, 6A, 7A now, they got depth, and it's hard to have depth and win 1A.
Yeah.
Right up the middle.
Another good inside zone play. Out to picking up about 6 or 7 yards, maybe 8. Yeah, make it 2nd and 2.
We're coming up on 1:15.
Pistol set, counter look, trap this time. Back inside.
Picked up the first down.
Another first down for Sawyer.
Time's running out, though. We're right at a minute. We're going to have about...
Lambert handling the quarterbacking duties in there. Same play. Run the trap play
get
again.
In there. 48 seconds. Let's see if we can punch one in.
I just keep running it. I swear I would. I would, Coach.
Trent, he's limping too. I mean, You know, we thought he got hurt down here. He has.
Yeah, he's bummed up. There it comes, the trap again. He kicks him out again.
Go.
And up in there goes Sawyer. Down 28 seconds left to play.
First and goal?
Yeah.
Or did we get there?
Yeah.
Yep, first and goal. About the 4, got 20 seconds left to play.
He spikes it.
They're not going to stop.
They're not going to stop the clock. So that brings up second down.
You can't stop the clock even on those.
All right. And then quarterback draw.
Go.
Up and in.
Push him in.
Push him. Oh, and the clock's going to run out. Yeah, they're going to give it to us. They're going to give it to us.
All right.
That's a ball game.
Yeah, they don't even gonna try the extra.
Not even attempt the extra point. Okay, folks. So there you have it. Maroon Devils season ends tonight. Final score 65 to 7. 13. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, we just scored again. All right, 65-13.
Yep.
And thanks again for everybody listening in with us. And I appreciate Joe and Coach Jenkins here. It wasn't a pretty sight. It really wasn't. And we hope we did the best we could for y'all to kindly understand what was going on tonight.
Well, gentlemen, I really appreciate you all coming out, helping out. We were kind of shorthanded here as well, like they were on the field. So,
yeah.
But I think we did all right, and I would invite everybody else to stay tuned to Maroon Devils Network. Let the $6 ride.
Yeah, let it ride.
Let it ride. Until basketball season, everybody stay safe. Have a great Thanksgiving coming up.
Yeah, y'all have a good winter. Safe winter.
Yes.
And we'll catch you next season.
We got a wrestling tournament here tomorrow.
That's right.
Oh, yes.
All right, everybody take care, and good night.
Become a member of MDN Live. For the low price of $5.99 per month, you will have access to all live broadcasts of Maroon Devil athletics. All proceeds from this subscription service will go directly towards Swain athletics to help offset the growing cost of providing multiple sporting opportunities for our student athletes. The monthly subscription is only $5.99 per month, giving members access to all live broadcasts within the month. This membership will have an option for automatic renewal, which can be canceled at any time. Our hope is that patrons will let their monthly subscriptions continue throughout the year, providing Swain High School athletics with a greatly needed source of funding year-round and give you access to all the great sports action throughout the year. So for less than the cost of a kid's meal at your favorite fast food joint, you'll be providing critical support to our student athletes each month while enjoying countless hours of Swain County Athletics Live. It's truly a win-win situation. Become a member today and do your part to help keep Swain County Athletics the best it can be.